Ethiopia and Somalia, best buddies for life. Well, actually, they've hated each other, like forever. There have been times where they made it work, but after a while, they're at each other's throats, just like now in 2024. What seems to be the problem this time? Well, it's Ethiopia's access to the sea. You see, Ethiopia used to have their own port in the 90s, but they lost it after their war with Eritrea. Let's go back in a time machine. In 1993, Eritrea gained independence, taking Ethiopia's access to the Red Sea with it. Yeah, that seriously sucks for Ethiopia. Losing their coastline wasn't just a hit to their pride, it hurt their economy. Yeah, we're talking dollar bills, dollar bills, y'all. So this was a major issue to their economy. Ports mean trade, money, and power. When Ethiopia lost their coastline, they lost a direct connection to the global economy. They've been trying to fix that problem ever since. So now Ethiopia, the second largest population in Africa, it has been landlocked for over 30 years. It currently relies on Djibouti. Whose booty? That's a small nation next to Somalia that Ethiopia has been relying on for its port access. But Ethiopia has not been happy with it. Imagine having to use just one store for everything. Kinda like Amazon. Sure, it works, but man, it gets expensive. Djibouti's basically got Ethiopia on lockdown when it comes to trade. They've been hiking up fees over the years. Ethiopia is stuck paying up. So yeah, you can see why they're looking for another option. Now fast forward to 2024. Abiy Ahmed, Ethiopia's Prime Minister, thinks he's found an answer. Enter Somaliland's Berbera port. Ethiopia sees a golden opportunity. They could shake off some of Djibouti's grip and get better trade options. And what does Somaliland want in return? Well, they've been looking for something most of their existence. They want to be recognized by a country. So Ethiopia takes the port and Somaliland gets recognition. Sounds like a good plan, right? But hold up, it's just not about trade. Ethiopia has bigger dreams. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed has been talking about rebuilding Ethiopia's navy. Yep, a landlocked country wants a navy. Think about that. Ethiopia is trying to flex some muscle in the region. Now before you say, but Ethiopia doesn't have a coastline. Exactly. That's the point. Ethiopia lost its navy back in 1991 when Eritrea broke away, but now they want to bring it back. And Berbera might just be a ticket to making it happen. So yeah, this isn't just about moving cargo. Ethiopia wants ships. But here's where it gets tricky. Somaliland's been running its own show since 1991, but it's still not recognized as an independent country. Somalia still sees Somaliland as part of its territory. Somalia has been trying to get Somaliland to rejoin the One Somalia idea, but Somaliland's been saying, nah, we're good for now. So when Ethiopia came in making deals with Somaliland for ports and naval bases, Somalia was pissed off. It recalled its ambassador from Ethiopia, and the citizens of Somalia took to the streets to protest the idea. Somalia is just not anxious about the port deal only. It's just not about that. They also have Ethiopian troops stationed in Somalia as part of the peacekeeping missions. Now they're getting cozy with Somaliland too. That's a little too close for comfort for Somalia. But wait, there's more. The twist does not end there. Somalia's got some powerful friends. Turkey's been helping Somalia rebuild its military, training soldiers and providing weapons. And there's Egypt. They've got their own beef with Ethiopia over a massive Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam on the Nile River. And Egypt has been worried about reducing the water supply to the Nile. Egypt has definitely been feuding with Ethiopia over this Nile idea, and it's worried that it could mess up its water supply, and they're not happy about it. So when Somalia said, hey Egypt, help us out with this Ethiopia, Egypt said, sure, why not? Ethiopia is already causing us headaches. Now, Somalia is already talking about replacing Ethiopian troops in Somalia with Egyptian troops in the coming months. We got all the ingredients for a serious showdown. Ethiopia wants a new port and a naval base. Somalia is worried about losing control over its Somaliland and dealing with Ethiopian troops. And Egypt, they're waiting for their chance to get involved in any way. It's not looking good. This could easily turn into a full-blown regional conflict. And if it does, it won't just be Ethiopia and Somalia throwing punches, maybe even more countries getting involved. The Horn of Africa is already a tense neighborhood, and a war could turn into a total disaster. Let's take a deep breath. It doesn't have to be that way. Ethiopia and Somalia have clashed before, like back in 1977 with the Ogaden War, where both fought over Somali-speaking Ogaden region. Their history is rocky, but that doesn't mean they can't work something out this time. So, as a world, how do we stop this power keg from exploding? Well, international mediation is key. The African Union needs to step up. The UN, you name it, they all need to get involved. I get it, Ethiopia. Their need for a port is legit, but Somali's territorial integrity matters too. And hey, maybe Egypt could focus on sorting out this whole Nile River thing instead of stirring up some trouble. At the end of the day, this whole situation is a tangle of history and power struggles. Ethiopia needs access to the sea. Somalia feels threatened. Somaliland wants recognition, and Egypt is just waiting for Ethiopia to make the wrong move. And this whole thing revolves around a little stretch of coastline that could either be a path to prosperity or spark a devastating war in a already volatile area.